My title for tonight, no? Ang title ng training natin is, of course, um, titles or yung tinatawag na titulo. Okay? Yung title doesn't make or titles don't make leaders, but yung action mo actually. All right? Yung ginagawa mo, yung attitude mo, or probably yung pakikitungo mo, that says or that represents your leadership. Because the truth is, dalawa yan no? Dalawa tong perspective na to. Una, hindi ibig sabihin may title ka na bago ka maging leader. So those of you who are, not yet ranking up, yung hindi pa napopromote sa marketing plan, doesn't mean na kailangan magkaroon kayo ng position, magkaroon kayo ng title, magkaroon kayo ng recognition sa marketing plan natin bago kayo ma-consider as leaders. As long as you are making a difference in your group, as long as you are able to lead yourself, as long as you are able to create an impact in your group, kahit wala ka pang title, kahit DI or distributor ka pa lang, you can be considered as leader already. Yan yung unang perspective, yan yung kahit wala ka pang title, pwede ka na maging leader. Ang isang perspective naman, kahit na let's say may title ka na, kahit na naka-rank up ka na, kahit na MC ka na, GA ka na, GE ka na, or SE ka na, or whatever, kahit ang tawag sa upline, kahit may title ka na, hindi nangangahulugang leader ka na din, no? So, it doesn't mean that you have the position, it doesn't mean na may team ka na, it doesn't mean na kumikita ka na, leader ka na. Hindi ganoon, ano? So, yung leadership doesn't equate to title or position. So dalawang perspective, kahit wala ka pang position, pwede ka maging leader. Whereas pwede namang may title or position ka na, pero doesn't mean meron kang leadership na. That's why it's very important, because this is the number one point I'd like to send or tell everyone. Alam nyo, sa pagne-network, matagal din ako nag-network for a while bago ako maging part ng management ng AIM Global. And in my personal experience, in my personal observation, and in my personal encounters with a lot of big groups in network marketing, not only in empowered consumerism, but in the entire industry, because marami din naman tayong friends sa iba't ibang industriya. And I come up with a conclusion. Ang conclusion ko na to, sa totoo lang, ang pag-create ng group, ang pag-build ng grupo, ang pagkakaroon ng network, sa totoo lang pwede pang makuha sa tsamba. Alright? Pwede kang makachamba, makakreate ng grupo na tsambahan mo. When I say tsamba, pwedeng nakakuha ka ng agila kaagad, nakakuha ka ng leader kaagad. Yun bang minsan kasi pag nagsisimula ka, marami kang sign up, pero hindi naman gumagalaw yung iba. Ang hinahanap natin yung makaka-sign up ka and then mag-active. Yan yung gusto natin. And when I say tsamba, the right formula, the right ingredients came in. Ibig sabihin, nagsabay-sabay yung mga factors para maging successful ka. Ang tawag natin doon, tsamba, no? Nakakuha ka ng leader, gumagalaw talaga, kahit na hindi mo i-follow up, adyan, and etc. And pwede kang mag-rank up, pwede kang kumita. So again, ang pagkakaroon ng grupo, pwede ka pang makapag-build by tsamba. But this is the catch, and this is the second point I want to tell you guys. Yung pagkakaroon ng grupo, pwedeng magawa mo ng tsamba. Pero alam nyo, para makip, para magpatuloy yung tagumpay, para lumaki pa itong grupo na tawagin nating tsamba, hindi na kailangan kunin sa tsamba lang. Kailangan meron ng konting galing. When I say konting galing, meron ng skills, meron ng leadership. Kasi pwede kang magkaroon ng grupo na hindi ka magaling eh. Wala ka pa nung skills. Katulad nun, natsambahan mo, merong agila, gumalaw, left and right. Ibig sabihin, kahit hindi pa matured yung skills mo or hindi ka pa matured, hindi pa enough yung skills mo, hindi ka pa masyadong hinog, pwede kang magkaroon ng group, pwedeng lumaki yung grupo mo. Ang tawag ko doon, tsamba. But when it comes to, keeping, when it comes to long-term, para tumagal itong grupo na to, para magstay yung mga tao sa network mo, para lumaki pa itong organization na to, hindi na nakukuha sa tsamba, kailangan meron ng skills. Kailangan meron ng leadership. And the truth is, in my observation, maraming mga distributors, magaling silang mag-create ng grupo, but the challenge is how to make this group as a team. Kasi iba yung meron kang grupo pero hindi mo magawang team kasi hindi matibay, hindi stable, hindi united, hindi cohesive, hindi dikit-dikit. So it takes leadership, guys. It takes skills to take your group, take your team to a different level. Ulitin ko, no, it takes skills, it takes the right attitude, characters, it takes leadership to take your group to a different level. Kung gusto niyo mag-scale yung business niyo, gusto niyo mag-level up itong network, kailangan na ng leadership. And the good news about that is ang leadership na papag-aralan. In fact, it is an ongoing learning process. Even me, I cannot say fully that I am a leader already because walang end point, walang hindi katulad ng Mount Everest, ang mga mountain climbers, meron silang tinatawag na summit, merong tinatawag na peak, pinakatuktok, yung destination. Yun na yung pinakamataas. Ang leadership walang end goal, wala siyang summit because it keeps, your leadership keeps improving. It should keep improving over time. It's an ongoing process. Hindi pwedeng, nag-rank up ka lang and then that's it. Hindi siya ganoon. Ang leadership, kahit mataas na yung position mo, you keep on developing it. No? You keep on developing it because your effectiveness, your being effective is directly proportional to your leadership. Yung pagiging epektibo mo, yung pagkalaki ng grupo mo, paglaki ng income mo, depende yan sa leadership level mo. And so, I will never say that, I am a leader fully already because I'm an ongoing process and everyone is an ongoing process. We learn from a lot of sources, we learn from a lot of things, and we learn leadership by doing it. The truth is, we learn from our own experience. May mga guides, may mga information tayong makukuha kung saan-saan, but the bottom line is, it's an ongoing process to become a leader, and even if you are a leader, it doesn't stop there. You should keep improving. So ayan, kaya dapat mamaya may mga may mga para marami tayong engagement, I would suggest pag may mga takeaway kayo, when I say takeaway, yung tinamaan ka o kaya talagang may impact sa'yo, yung sinabi ko, yung topic natin, i-type mo, no? I-type mo dito sa comment section ng FB natin, no? Sabihin mo, wow, tama yan, o kaya I like that topic. Kung ano yung takeaway mo para ma-retain sa'yo, i-type mo sa comment section natin. And so, again, as I've said, it's an ongoing learning process. Everyone has the capacity. Lahat tayo merong kapasidad para maging true leader. So, don't worry because everything can be learned. Napapag-aralan naman lahat ng mga bagay. And as time goes by, it just takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of right character para mag-level up. So, simulan natin, Simulan natin yung topic natin because I myself is very excited to share with you this information dahil katulad ng sinabi ko, importante yung meron kang take away for every topic. Now, there are 7 actions that make a leader, all right? Hindi yung title. Number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, well, dito sa topic natin, I am assuming, of course, na let's say meron ka ng downline. It doesn't matter kung isang downline yan o 10,000. Basta ibig sabihin, meron ka ng organization, meron ka ng grupo. So the number 1 thing here is that you have to understand to value every relationship. When I say every relationship, it doesn't matter kung direct mo or second generation mo or 10th generation pa yan. The important thing is, may value sa'yo, may weight sa'yo, lahat ng klase ng tao for every relationship. In other words, ang relationship, hindi naman yan dumadating lang eh. Dinidevelop ang relationship. Halimbawa, sa pagiging best friend, okay? Naging best friend mong isang tao kasi over a period of time. Kunwari, may sinabi ako, halimbawa, itong si friend A ko, guys, ito nga pala, best friend ko siya since childhood. So, ibig sabihin, yung relationship, meron siyang time element. No? Kaya kami naging mag-best friend kasi over a period of time. In other words, merong investment kaya yung relationship namin, ang tawag, best friendship relationship. And so, sa pag-network, it doesn't mean na ikaw yung upline at may downline ka, may relationship na kayo. It takes investment. It takes effort to have a relationship, a genuine relationship with your downlines. And when I say relationship, of course, pag nag-sign up yan, ang basic relationship na meron ka sa downline mo is business relationship. Kasi by signing up, of course, by paying in, by becoming a part of your organization, Kasi first, you have to help your downlines, you have to commit your downlines. And of course, itong downline na to, ang business relationship naman niya sa'yo is that, of course, being the upline, kailangan sumunod siya sa system ng grupo, kailangan, may good learning attitude siya, kailangan may commitment siya. In other words, pag nagsana, nag-join business relationship, pero hindi po doon natatapos ang relationship. Ang true leadership is that binibigyan mo ng value yung relationship ninyo, not only as far as the business is concerned, but in terms of real relationship. It could be personal relationship kasi madidevelop mo tong mga downlines mo over a period of time as friends. And the best way, ladies and gentlemen, the best relationship you can have with your downline is that para silang family, familial. Ibig sabihin, the best business relationship or pinakamagandang ma-develop yung relationship niyo sa downline niyo is para kayong pamilya. Because, pag family na ang pinag-uusapan, more or less within our family, hindi tayo nag-cheat. Within our family, we are honest. Within our family, we are transparent. Pagka ang pinag-usapan relationship mo sa pamilya mo maayos as much as possible, walang dayaan, genuine ka, and totoong tao ka pag pinag-usapan ng family. And that's why you would want to take the level of your relationship to that kind of level where ang magiging treatment ng bawat isa sa grupo is para kayong family. Because believe me, pag ang relationship nyo sa business nyo is purely business only, hindi po magiging long-term ang pagstay ng downlines ninyo sa organization nyo. And as far as networking is concerned, joining is just the beginning. Signing up is just the beginning. Staying, keeping is the real multi-level marketing. Yung magstay sila, yung tumagal sila sa organization, yung hindi sila mag-quit, yung habang buhay kayong maging mag-business partner, yan ang tunay na network marketing. And so to do that, kailangan meron kayong genuine relationship. And as I've said, hindi porket downline mo may relationship na kayo na masasabing personal or business relationship or whatever. Dinidevelop po ang relationship. That's why there must be communication. Dapat kilala mo ang downline mo, alam mo yung birthday nila, alam mo yung deepest why nila. Kilala nyo sila bilang tao. Kilala nyo sila more than just being a downline. Meron kayong genuine relationship sa kanila because darating ang panahon, magkakaroon ng financial element sa network. Kikita kayo, magkakaroon ng maraming issue. And I tell you, pag dumating yung issue between money and relationship, always choose relationship. Alright? Kung ang pag-uusapan kitaan at between you at saka yung downline mo, yung relationship nyo masisira lang dahil sa pera, kalimutan mo na yung pera, unahin mo yung relationship nyo. In other words, wag mong sisirain yung relationship mo sa grupo mo based on other things. Alright? If you have to choose between many other things and relationship, always choose relationship. Especially if you have to choose between money and relationship, lagi niyong pipiliin yung relationship. Kasi money can be temporary. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, yung pera panandalian lang. Pero pag yung downline mo nagstay sa'yo, ganong kalaking business ang pwedeng i-create sa'yo ng downline mo. Minsan mangangako ka ng promo, minsan mangangako ka ng financial reward sa downline mo. Pag nakuha niya yung ganitong level, may nakuha siyang goal, bibigyan mo ng ganito. Tapos, nung na-reach niya, hindi mo binigay, nasukat ka ng downline mo dahil sa ganung paraan is ikaw wala kang honesty or kaya hindi ka mapagkakatiwalaan. So, if you have to give up between two things, between money and relationship, ang i-give up nyo yung money because mas malaki pa ang pwede mong kitain pagka maganda ang relationship mo sa downlines mo. And they can perform better. Pag maganda relationship mo sa downlines mo, they become productive. And that's why if they are productive, you can earn more money. You can make more income if they are productive. So, para maging productive sila, importante na maganda yung samahan ninyo sa grupo. And again, kaya ito yung number one sa actions because pag leader ka, as time goes by, dapat nagde-develop ka na ng relationship sa mga downlines mo. Guys, hindi po nakukuha ang relationship sa kaka-train. O yung train ka ng training, may relationship na kayo. No, it's being there. It's connecting to people. Hindi yung kaka-train mo, may relationship na kayo, makaka-develop ka na ng genuine relationship. It's about bonding. It's about connection. So it's about spending quality time with your leaders, okay? Over a cup of coffee, over lunch, or papasyal ka sa bahay nila to know about their family. And it's about, knowing your downlines down to the deepest level, no? Nangyayari po 'yon sa relationship, yung communication, nag-invest kayo ng time sa mga downlines ninyo. And again, ang number one po dyan, yung tinatawag nating communication. So, it takes a lot of time, it takes investment, it takes effort to really create this kind of relationship. Ang point ko dito, wag magiging ang relasyon mo sa downline mo is between upline and downline lang. Wag ang magiging relationship ninyo is about just the business. Wag ang magiging relationship niyo is about the pay-in, about the match sales bonus and everything. It's more than that. Yung nandyan ka, kaya ka nagkikreate ng relationship sa downline mo because you want to know them more. Because by knowing them more, you can connect to them more deeply. And when you connect to them more deeply, you know their feelings, you know yung kanilang motivation, you know what inspires them, and you can work better if you have a good relationship with your downline. Minsan, may nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding, nagkakaroon ng conflict sa upline downline, nagkakaroon ng misinterpretation simply because there is no genuine relationship. Iba yung perspective ni upline sa perspective ni downline. Kay downline, pagka pinupush siya, pinipressure siya, ang feeling niya, pinipressure siya para mag-produce. Kay upline naman, ang perspective niya, kaya niya pinupush si downline para, maging productive in a way na para siya mag-rank up, para kumita. So there is two different perspectives between the upline and the downline. And nangyayari to kasi hindi kayo masyadong magkakilala ng downline mo. So ang bottom line sa relationship, kailangan kilala mo sa puso, sa pagkatao, ang mga leaders mo. And it's a very, very worthwhile, sulit na investment knowing everyone in your group. Because, if you invest time to really know and to have a good relationship with your downlines, believe me, when time becomes tough, pag mahirap ang mga bagay, pag may challenge sa network, pag struggle ang network, at the end of the day, ang magpapakapit sa bawat isa, guess what? Hindi yung income, hindi yung production. Ang magpapakapit sa bawat isa is yung naging magandang relationship nyo sa bawat isa. Kasi walang iwanan. Patay kung patay. Kumbaga, sabay-sabay tayong maghihirap, pero sabay-sabay din tayong magbabangon. In other words, when time becomes tough, yung mahirap ang mga bagay, ang magpapastay sa downline mo para hindi huminto, para sumabay sa'yo, is yung magandang relationship ninyo. So it's a very, very good investment. Okay? Kaya nga, huwag kayong mag-build lang ng business, huwag kayong mag-build lang ng network, mag-build din kayo ng relationship sa mga downlines. In fact, the most stable group in network marketing, not only in empowered consumerism, but all over, the industry, the most stable group is one that has, a strong relationship between the uplines and the downlines, where everyone is not treated as business partners only, but more importantly, everyone is treated like a family member. And yun yung maganda, yung pag ang network naging pamilya na, hindi na siya negosyo. Okay? Kasi ang unang stage natin sa networking, nagkasama-sama tayo dahil sa negosyo. Pero dapat ang maging long-term natin sa business, nagkasama-sama tayo, oo, sa negosyo, pero ang long-term natin, magiging magkakapamilya tayo. So, turn strangers to friends, turn friends to family. All right? Turn your downlines to friends, and then eventually turn them to family. From being downlines as business partners, develop them into being family, because again, ang pinakamahirap na stage sa networking yung pagbi-build. So kung lagi kang nagbi-build dahil lagi kang nawawalan ng tao, dahil hindi maganda yung samahan ninyo, again, lagi kang magbi-build tapos wala kang mapapastay sa grupo mo. So ayan, kaya i-shout out ko lang kay mga nakikita natin dito sa mga nagko-comment. Si Perla, of course, Perla from Italy, all right, from Europe. Sabi dito ni Fe Ortega from Italy also, watching from Cainta. All right. May nakita ko dito, sabi niya, friendship is very, very important, but it doesn't stop from being friends. It has to develop into family. Because when you guys are family, then, sabi nga nila, when we are together, when we are family, nothing is impossible. All right? So, guys, this is very important. Number one is value every relationship. Okay, let's go to number 2. Think about your team's needs before your own. Mahaba itong think about your needs before your own, pero pag tinagalog mo to, simple lang, unahin mo sila kesa sa'yo. Unahin mo yung team mo. Ang tunay na leader, inuuna niya yung team niya. And mahirap na mindset ito. Alright? Mahirap na mindset ito kasi mahirap na skills or mahirap na attitude ito kasi ang buhay kasi para sa maraming tao bago mag-join sa networking or bago mag-join sa EC, ang mindset natin is survival. Survival na kumita ka, magbago buhay mo, makuha mo yung pangarap mo, matulungan mo yung family mo. It's about you always, no? Kaplastikan yung pag-join mo pa lang, ibang tao na iniisip mo. Nag-join ka because of you and probably nag-join ka because of your goals, because of your family, because of your needs, because of your dreams. So it's all about you. So itong topic na think about your team's needs before your own, medyo babasagin mo yung nakagawian. Because yaan ang pagiging leader. Ang pagiging leader, uunahin mo yung kapakanan ng ibang tao, particularly yung benefit, kapakanan ng grupo mo, kesa sa'yo. Because, kaya nga ang sinasabi natin, magkaiba ang bayad, no? The reward of leaders are different from the reward of followers. Because leaders, they sacrifice more. Yung leader, ilang upline nyo yung alam nyo na mas pagod kesa sa'yo, ikaw tulog na sila, nagpaplano pa sa gabi, nagdo-drawing pa ng structure, nagfa-follow up pa, ikaw tulog na, pero sila, humahataw pa rin, gumagawa pa rin ng strategy, ikaw tulog na, pero sila gising na sa umaga to follow up, to make phone calls, to set appointments and everything. And doon ka magkakaroon ng malaking reward when you think about your team's needs before your own, when you plan on how you can help your team reach their goals. Ibig sabihin, pagka ikaw nagpaplano, kung paano mo matutulungan ng grupo mo na makuha yung goal nila. Ano ba yung goal nila? Kumita, mag 100,000 a month, makapunta sa Maldives, bumili ng bagong kotse. Ano ba yung pangarap nila? Ma-recognize, umakyat sa stage, maging milyonaryo and everything. If you always think about them, paano mo sila tutulungan? Guess what? If you help them get what they want, you get what you want. Lalo na sa binary program natin, hindi ka naman kikita pag yung left and right mo hindi kumikita. Hindi naman pwedeng yung left side mo kumita ng 1.8, yung left side mo kumita rin ng 1.8 tapos ikaw 0. Hindi naman pwedeng ganun eh. Kaya ka kumikita kasi kumikita rin yung mga downlines mo. So ang bottom line, if you help them reach or their goals, because if you help them get what they want, you also get what you want. So uunahin natin sila. Ganito po ang leadership, guys, no? This is very important. Practical lang ito. Paano ba maging good leader? Kung ano yung klase ng treatment na ini-expect mo sa leader mo, yun ang gawin mo sa downline mo. Ganun lang. Kung how you want to be treated, how you want to be supported, how you want to be taken care of, alright? Yun ang ia-apply mo sa downlines mo. Kung ano yung effective na tingin mo na ginagawa dapat sa'yo, i-apply mo sa grupo mo. And so, most of the time, we get confused paano ba natin tutulungan o paano ba natin ititreat ang mga downlines. But the simple thing there is, it's very simple. Kung ano yung tingin mo magandang ginagawa sa'yo ng leader mo, yun ang gawin mo sa mga downlines mo. That's very simple. And so, that's very important that you really have to think their needs ahead of you. Uunahin mo yung kapakanan nila, yung para sa kanila. Para kang nanay, tatay dito, yung bang kasabihan sa nanay at tatay na isusubo na lang ng nanay at tatay, ibibigay pa sa mga anak. It's being a selfless leader. If you want to become successful in this business, it's becoming selfless leader. I know a lot of leaders in AIM. Alam nyo, pag kumikita sila, they share what they earn. When I say they share what they earn, hindi na binibigyan ng pera yung mga downlines nila, but they support their downlines, all right? Marami akong kilala diyan ng mga iba't ibang mga leaders, ang ang galante nila sa grupo nila. They share their success by what? May support halimbawa sa hub, may mga promo sila sa mga grupo nila. Alam nyo, nagbibigay sila ng mga kung ano, no? They know how to give. All right? And Kasi may iba't ibang need ang mga tao eh. May mga taong ang need nila recognition, ang need ng iba money, ang need ng iba sense of belongingness, ang need ng iba personal development, ang need ng iba, gift. Gusto nila nabibigyan sila ng reward. Meron mga tao, makaramihan ng tao ang gusto nila the gift of giving. All right? Yung nabibigyan sila ng yung regalo, nabibigyan sila ng reward for what they do. And so you have to understand na hindi lang naman pera ang kailangan ng ibang tao, no? Some people, they need recognition. And kaya nga importante yung number one, na kilala nyo yung mga downlines niyo, you have a good relationship with them. Kasi by having a good relationship with them, alam nyo kung anong need nila eh. May mga tao ang need secondary ang pera. Sa totoo lang, kailangan nila ng pera pero mas importante sa kanila yung nare-recognize sila because sa psychology, tinignan yung pinag-aralan yung utak ng mga psychologist. Alam nyo, kung ano yung pangangailangan in terms of money and recognition, pareho lang ang dating sa utak natin. Kung gaano ka-importante yung pera, ganun din ka-importante sa atin ang recognition. And that's why marami kayong makikitang tao, even if they are so rich, mayamang-mayaman, ang dami pa ring insecurity sa buhay kasi wala silang recognition. Marami naman kayong makikita, hindi ganun kayaman, hindi ganun kalaki ang kita, but they are properly recognized. Ang ganda ng kanilang moral. So, iba-iba yan eh. Kaya malalaman nyo kung ano yung need ng downlines ninyo kung meron kayong good relationship sa kanila. So, ang bottom line is that it's very important that, of course, you have a good relationship with your people, and by having a good relationship with your people, you're able to know what is their need. You are able to know what drives them, what is their motivation, what is their why. Minsan kasi, wala tayong connection. Gine-generalize natin ang connection natin. When I say generalize ang connection, akala natin lahat ng downlines natin ang kailangan lang pera. Hindi nyo alam, yung ibang downlines niyo ang kailangan tapik sa shoulder. Yung ibang downlines nyo, hindi nyo alam, ang kailangan pagmamahal na, you belong to this group, you're very, very fortunate because in our group, hindi lang tayo puro pera, pero dito may magandang samahan. Ibang tao ang hinahanap sense of belongingness. Ibang tao ang hinahanap, meron silang responsibility. Yung ibang tao ang hinahanap, ma-develop sila personally. So being a leader is a big, big challenge. Importante, kilala nyo ang tao ninyo. Because if you are able to really know your people down to the deepest level, you are able to connect. Leaders are great in connecting to other people. Again, ulitin ko ang leader magaling makakonect. So ang challenge ko sa inyo, anong connection mo sa mga downlines mo? Is it just business or you connect down to the deepest level sa heart nila? You connect down to their core. Because if you connect down to their core, hindi ka iiwan ng downline mo kahit saan kayo makarating. Hindi ka niya iiwan. Kahit magkaroon kayo ng misunderstanding, one day, if you are connected to them down to the deepest level, down to their hearts, hindi ka iiwan ng downline mo. Hindi ka iiwan pag meron kayong connection. So again, the takeaway in this slide is that if you connect effectively to your people, alam mo, hindi mawawala ang mga downlines when they will stay with you through thick and thin. Ang leadership is just practice. Ginagawa to. Conscious ka lang, ikaw si upline. Conscious ka lang na dapat nakikiconnect ako kay downline ko. Dapat maganda connection namin. Dapat hindi ako plastic. Dapat iniisip ko yung kapakanan nila. And if you do this, and if you are so conscious about this every day, it becomes a part of your nervous system. It becomes a part of your habit na one day, hindi ka na conscious. Natural na sa'yo yung connection kasi nasa nervous system mo na. May natural pathway ka na. Nature mo na yung makikonnect kasi nasa nervous system mo na. So again, I like to, for you guys to really comment dun sa mga takeaway ninyo, no? Takeaway, ibig sabihin takeaway. Ano yung aha moment mo sa mga narinig mo, sa mga nabasa mo, and just connect it or type it to our comment section para meron naman tayong engagement. Sabi ni Ralph Macaranas, Ralph, sabi niya, agree. O, si Yuri, hi, Yori. Itong ating nag-aalaga sa atin sa Gensan, si Yori, connect down to the core, to their deepest level, sabi niya, to their hearts. Ayan, yan ang takeaway ni Yuri, our top distributor from General Santos City. Ayan. Si Joselito from Taiwan, okay, nakikinig din. Okay? Sabi ni Cheryl Anin Razo, sabi niya, tama, watching from Davao City. Okay? Sabi ni Masterpiece Marilu Veloso, sabi niya, pag kumita ako ng extra, spend time with them, give them food, Sir Jurgen. Ipinagluluto ko po sila, very good. Ng pakbet, laing, adobo. Pinapakain ko yan sila libre. This is how I build my relationship to my downlines before. That's right. You know, just by merely preparing food for your downlines, kahit pinakbet, kahit adobo, you know, people feel good if you, sabi nga ni Maya Angelou, people will forget what you tell them. People will forget kung ano yung binigay mo sa kanila. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Uulitin ko, sabi nung magaling na Amerikana, no? Kasi marami siyang para siyang philosopher, sabi niya, people will forget what you told them, people will forget what you give them, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So if you make your downline feel good, if you make your downline feel valuable, that's how you keep them. So importante 'yon, kaya dapat conscious ang mga leaders. Sabi ni Joseph, ay, isipin mo si number 1 nakikinig pa, sabi niya, kahit noon pa training na ni Sir Jurgen pinakikinggan ko. Salamat, sir. Thank you for watching, Joseph. Si Merlit from Iloilo. Si Merlit, hi Merlit. Okay, hi. And watching from Iloilo, sabi niya. And of course, si Perla. Okay, sabi ni Perla, that's why I'm so proud of our Infinity Association. We work as family and united, respect to each other. Ayan, mga values, topic natin to mamaya. So, comment and just engage in our FB comment section so you guys will be able to really, connect or ibig sabihin, ma-engage kayo sa topic natin. Number 3, action that make a leader. Help your team grow. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Makukuha mo pa sa tsamba yung magkaroon ka ng grupo. Pero para lumaki yung grupo mo, hindi na nakukuha sa tsamba. Kailangan may skills ka na, kailangan may leadership ka na. And pangatlo, ito very important bukod sa skills, bukod sa leadership, dapat may sistema ka na. So SLS. Ano yon? Skills, leadership, and system. Pwede mo makuha yung grupo, magkaroon ng downline na masipag ng tsamba, lumaki. Kaya may makikita kayong lumaki yung group, kumita, na wala. Tsamba. Kasi walang skills, walang leadership, walang system. SLS. That's why there should be continuous learning process. Learn from your upline, learn from your team, learn from the system of your particular group. Kaya kami sa management, wala kaming particular system na inilalabas, care of management, because we recognize yung kanya-kanyang system ng bawat grupo. What we can do is to just complement, support, and of course, we recognize yung effort ng mga team or grand uplines ninyo, and that's why it's very, very important na meron kayong system. So how do you help your team grow? Of course, ayan, may mga iba't ibang mga grupo na nagpo-provide ng training and opportunities for them to work at their full potential. Ayan, yan yung tinatawag na bawat grupo, wherever I see or wherever I go, even if you observe, okay, ang mga strongest group sa empowered consumerism, yung merong tinatawag na continuing education or training within their group. Yan ang mga pinakamalalaking group. Wala po ako nakitang matibay malaking group, sabog na grupo, malaking grupo. Kalat ang grupo sa international at saka sa local nang walang continuing education. Because pag may grupo na, ang magpapalaki sa group, of course, is yung kanilang training, yung kanilang education, yung information. Kasi ganito yan eh. Kwento nga nung trainer namin nung araw, pag may bata, bagong panganak, para lumaki yung bata, nung pinanganak, syempre, kalalabas lang, pinapadede or pinapagatas. Okay? Gatas, milk ang binibigay. Pag mga 3 months na, gatas pa rin, lumalaki pa rin yan. Pag mga 6 months na, gatas pa rin, lumalaki pa rin yan. Now, ganito ngayon. Paano pag 6 months and above na, tapos gatas pa rin ang ibinibigay mo? Pag lumaki yung bata na puro gatas, 6 months, 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old na siya, nagatas pa rin at lumalaki, something is wrong. Because the truth is, ang magpapalaki sa bata, hindi lang gatas. Dadagdagan mo na ng solid food. Kaya nga pag 6 months, weaning age na, ibig sabihin, pinapakain na ng Cerelac, pinapakain na ng Gerber, pinapakain na ng kung ano-ano. Lalagay ko sa network. Pag ang network ninyo bago pa lang, parang pwedeng basic ang tinuturo ninyo, lalaki yan. Okay? Lumalaki. Parang gatas, basic lang. Pero para patuloy na lumaki yan, dadagdagan mo na ng bukod pa sa basic, bukod pa sa, kasi ang basic natin, yung 5 fingers, alam nyo na yun, di ba? Prospecting, presentation, follow-up, goal setting, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Yung mga basic yun eh. Pero pag puro basic skills lang, pero walang leadership and walang system, hindi lalaki ang group. So it's important na you plug into the system of your group. Now, sasabihin mo sa akin, sir, paano yan? Wala pong system ang grupo ko. Well, number one, there's a lot of help around you. Number one, you can connect, number one, to the company. Pagka walang system ang grupo nyo, may mga training teams tayo, may mga marketing team tayo. Kasama, of course, ang mga vice president. You can ask us, you can PM us. We're always available. Pwede namin kayong i-guide. Number two, maraming mga grupo na nag-accommodate ng mga cross lines nila para maka-attend din ng trainings. And number three, the company provides unlimited trainings, lalong-lalo na sa mga easy talks natin at saka sa mga ganitong leadership training. So again, ang important message ko dito sa pangatlo na to, hindi lalaki ang grupo nyo simple by doing the basic na hanggang basic lang. Of course, essential ang basic. Don't get me wrong on this. Kahit na sobrang laki na ng grupo nyo, kailangan may basic pa rin. Pero kailangan meron ng system. That's very, very important. So, step up being a leader, meron ka dapat trainings, meron ka dapat mga modules, meron ka dapat skills. Kaya nga, minsan pag nagpo-post ako sa personal FB ko, lagi kong sinasabi na, upgrade your skills. Because sabi ko nung recent post ko dun sa mga friends ko sa Facebook, sabi ko sa kanila, yung learning ability mo will dictate your earning capacity. Yung learning ability, kung paano ka mag-absorb ng information, paano ka kauhaw sa training, paano ka kauhaw sa mga information, yun din ang magdidictate ng magiging income mo one day. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, never ending ang learning process. Yung pagiging leader, tignan mo yung number 1 natin, si Joseph Lim, the highest earner in our community, in the entire empowered consumers community all over the world. It doesn't stop being the number 1. Patuloy pa rin siya because ang leadership is not a destination. Walang particular endpoint ang leadership. Tuloy-tuloy na biyahe ang leadership. Hindi katulad ng pag ako gusto kong pumunta sa Boracay, nakapunta na ako sa Boracay. Ang leadership, tuloy-tuloy na biyahe. Walang walang destination. Kaya importante yung learning continuous. Ayan. Okay, mga takeaway natin, sabi ni Victor. Victor, mahaba buhok nito ni Victor. Sabi niya, never mong maintindihan ang puso ng upline para sa kanyang grupo hanggat hindi mo na pagdadaanan lahat na napagdaanan niya. Well, this is related to to our topic earlier. So thank you, Victor, from of course Italy. Ayan, sila Perla nakikinig. Of course, ang dami nating we're now 2,100 over here and unfortunately, I cannot read one by one kasi ang dami, okay? Give a team member an increased level of responsibility. So, one of the things to develop your downline to being a good leader or to become really responsible is give them responsibility. Huwag mong akuin lahat ng responsibilidad. Give them responsibility. Bigyan mo ng duty, bigyan mo ng responsibilidad. Huwag mong hahayaan na ikaw lang ang may trabaho sa buong team mo. I know a lot of teams here watching now, may iba't iba kayong mga, kasi na-delegate ng team upline ninyo, na-delegate ng grand upline ninyo, ano yung responsibility ninyo. So, one good thing about delegation, pag nagde-delegate ka ng responsibility sa mga downlines mo is that they become responsible. Number 2, they learn from their experience. And number 3, they step up to being a leader. Alright? Kasi pag ikaw lahat, halimbawa sa event, may event kayo, whether online or offline, whether sa Zoom or whether sa FB, magtalaga ka ng sino yung sa registration, alright? Kanino manggagaling yung link, alright? Kanino yung follow-up, kanino yung campaign, kanino yung marketing. So you can delegate. You know why? Because if you delegate responsibilities to your downline, they become more responsible. They become more responsible. They step up Kasi ikaw bilang upline, mag-i-expect ka sa kanila eh. Tapos sila naman, dahil binigyan sila ng responsibilidad, mag-i-step up yung kanilang level of seriousness at saka level of leadership kasi binigyan ako ni upline ng duty, binigyan ako ni upline ng responsibility. Parang sa team, no, sa basketball, may kanya-kanyang responsibility yung 5. May 2 guard, may 2 forward, may isang center. Si upline yung coach. So everyone share the responsibility, a common responsibility for the advancement of the whole team. Hindi pwedeng si coach na ang coach, siya pa yung guard, siya pa yung forward, siya pa yung center. So dito papasok yung kailangan as leader, risk taker kayo. When I say risk taker, hayaan nyo yung downline nyo magkamali. Hayaan yung downline nyo madapa. Hayaan nyo silang magkaroon ng mistakes because from there, matututo sila eh. Doon sila matututo sa pagkakamali pagka nadapa. Minsan may mga downlines or minsan may mga uplines na ayaw nyong mahirapan yung downline nyo. Binibaby nyo. Number 1 rule sa team, hindi lang sa networking. Huwag nyong ibibaby yung mga downlines ninyo. Huwag nyong ibibaby yung mga nasasakupan ninyo because imbis na matulungan nyo silang mag-grow, kala nyo pinoprotectionan nyo sila, but the truth is, hindi nyo sila ginagawang potent warrior, hindi nyo sila ginagawang matatapang. Kasi dapat maging warrior yung mga downlines natin, ibig sabihin, handa silang makipaglaban, handa sila sa gera, handa sila sa hatawan, handa silang, makipagsabayan. So pag binibaby nyo, kasi ayaw nyong, ayaw nyong masaktan, ayaw nyong ma-reject, ayaw nyong ma-discourage, masyado nyong pinoproteksyonan. Hindi ganoon, parang naalala nyo no, nung araw, okay? Yung mga bata na sa kalsada lumaki, naglalaro sa kanal, madumi, mauhog, hindi naliligo, alam nyo ba ang tataas ng resistensya niyan? Kesa yung mga bata na pinalaki sa loob ng bahay na di aircon, lagi may polvo, yung nanay, alam mo yung pawisan lang ng konti, pupunasan na, may bimpo lagi sa loob. Napakadaling magkasakit ng mga yan kasi binibaby sila. Samantalang yung mga batang pinabayaan ng mga magulang sa kalsada, sa kanal, sa irigasyon, alam mo yon yung mga umuwi hapon, ang dugyot na, yun ang mga matataas ang resistensya. So I leave that to you guys, being the upline, take charge, take the risk, hayaan nyong ma-expose ang downlines ninyo because if you expose them, if you take the risk, diyan tataas ang immunity nila. Huwag nyong ibibaby. Alright? Another thing, of course, don't put up with mediocrity. Huwag kayong papayag na average ang galawan. Hataw. Bawal yung katamtaman. Okay? Wala ditong average. Kasi ang katamtamang galaw, pang ordinaryong tao yan. Ang katamtamang galaw, pang 8 to 5 yan. Ang katamtamang galaw, yan yung mga katamtaman din ng resulta. Kung ang gusto nyo resultang mataas, grabe, dapat ang hataw mo, grabe din. Ang galaw mo, hindi pwedeng katamtaman. Nakakatawa yung ibang mga tao kasi ang tawag ko po sa average, katamtaman. Kung ang gusto nyong resulta, sabog. Ang gusto nyong resulta, hataw. Hataw dapat ang kilos mo. Maraming tao, nag-i-expect sila, ang result nila, sabog, malaki. Ang galaw naman nila, katamtaman. Hindi naman nagpupuyat, hindi naman nag-exert ng extra effort, hindi naman nag-i-invest sa relationship. Hindi naman sumasagot ka agad sa mga text messages, hindi marunong sumagot sa mga tanong ng downlines. Ina-assume niya na, alam mo na yan, hindi naman nagtuturo. Believe me, kung ang galaw mo bilang distributor, bilang leader ay katamtaman, gagayahin ka ng grupo mo. Ang magiging galaw nila, katamtaman din. Pag sinabing mediocrity, yan yung, pwede na yan. Hindi pwedeng ganun ang kilos. Kailangan sagad dito. Guys, sagad. When I say sagad, pag humataw, nakipag-usap, pag nakipaglatagan, nag-follow up, sasabihin mo lagi sa sarili mo at the end of the day, sagad yung trabaho ko ngayong araw na to. Hindi yung pwede na to. Nakapag-follow up na ako ng 3, pwede na to. Nakapag-close na ako ng 1, pwede na to. May 7 heads na ako, pwede na to. Hindi pwede yung pwede na to. Kailangan sagad. Yung best, yung tingin mo talagang sinagad mo yung ability mo because ang ibibigay naman sa yung reward dito, sagad din eh. Ang ibibigay sa yung reward dito, alam nyo, tandaan nyo, yung mga nag-join sa AIM Global 10 years ago, 5 years ago, Sino mag-aakala ngayong 2020, 2021, yung 1 million a month is just average, hindi ma-average, pero normal na bagay. Sino mag-aakala na yung 1 million a month dito sa AIM Globe o sa Empowered Consumerism is normal na bagay? Hindi na siya yung wow, hindi na siya yung tipong kokonti lang ang nakakakuha. Ngayon, sa Empowered Consumerism, yung 1 million a month is just, a matter of time for everyone to be able to take it. It's not impossible anymore. Dati yung 1 million a month parang impossible. Ngayon, given na yung 1 million, makikita nyo, ang daming nagpo-post ng checks nila na pag nagpalitrato, alright, pag nagpalitrato, yung cheque, punong-puno. Yung cheque, makikita nyo, 7 figures. Kumbaga parang normal na bagay na yung 7 figures ngayon. Bakit? Kasi, ang totoo, ang galawan nila, hindi katamtaman. Kaya nagwa 1 million a month yung mga yan. Because the truth is, hindi katamtaman, hindi average, hindi mediocre. Hindi pwede na yan. Hindi ganun ang galaw nila. Dapat ang galaw nyo dito, sagad. Alright? Kasi pag sagad ang galaw mo bilang group downline, bilang leader, ang downline mo susunod eventually. Okay? Challenge them to up their game. So, again, hindi pwedeng binibaby ang mga downline. Dapat sina-challenge sila. Dapat, kaya mo yan. Dapat, huwag kang papayag na ganyan lang. Alright? You challenge. Huwag mo sasabihin sa downline mo na, okay na yan. No. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, hindi ko kayo tinuturuan ng huwag masatisfy sa isang bagay. Don't get me wrong on this because some people might misinterpret me that sa Upline Georgia naman, Sir Georgia naman, tinuturuan tayong maging ungrateful o kaya huwag tayong magkaroon ng contentment. Iba po itong sinasabi ko. No? Ang sinasabi ko sa inyo is that don't, put up with mediocrity and at the same time, always challenge your team, always challenge yourself to scale to a different level. Yung tumaas. Because ang pinaka-ultimate na kalaban ng success, alam nyo kung ano? Complacency. Yung maging complacent ka. Yung okay na to. Ito lang gusto ko. Yung hindi ka na na-challenge. Ang real growth is wala sa comfort zone. Ang real growth is nasa challenge zone. Okay? Wala sa comfort zone ang growth. Ang growth is nasa challenge zone. So, minsan magugulat kayo, di ba? May naririnig ako minsang talk ng mga top distributors na sasabihin nila, alam mo, pwede naman na kaming huminto ngayon eh. In fact, yung monthly income ko na 6 million a month, 5 million a month, pwede na to eh, pwede na ako magpahinga, sir. Kaya lang, alam mo, sir, kung ba't hindi ako nagpapahinga? Kasi gusto kong i-challenge yung mga downline ko. Gusto ko na marating nila yung narating ko. Ang ibig sabihin ng ganun, china-challenge yung team because ayaw nila magpahinga because they want to set a good example for their team. And you being a leader, hindi ka pwedeng huminto sa challenge as long as yung mga downlines mo gusto mong iangat. Because your real purpose as a leader is not just to make money. Your real purpose as a leader is to lift other people up. Kaya ka leader. Kaya po hindi totoo yung mga leader na kumita lang, naglaylo na. Hindi totoo yun. Ang tunay na leader, yung kahit kumikita na ng malaki, hindi humihinto kasi nandun na sila sa level ng leadership na this is not for me anymore. I am doing something bigger than myself. I am doing something greater than myself. I am serving my greater purpose and that purpose is to help other people. Guys, pag ganun kayo mag-isip, pag nasa ganung level kayo ng thinking, nakatawid na kayo sa isa sa mga pinakamataas na level ng leadership. Pag hindi pa kayo nakakatawid sa ganung level, yung bang tipong nandun pa rin kayo sa about yourself, about you, about your goal, about your need, about your motivation, about everything about you, nasa mababang level ka pa ng leadership. Although leader na rin yon. Pero para makatawid ka, it has to come to a point na i-challenge mo yung team mo, nagtapakahataw ka, kahit malaki na yung kinikita mo, kahit may grupo ka, because you want to set a good example and you want to challenge your team. You want to lift them to a level kung saan nandun ka. And that means you are serving a purpose. Gumagalaw ka na ang reason mo is not about yourself anymore. Beyond yourself anymore. Hindi na tungkol sa'yo, hindi na tungkol sa sarili mo, hindi na tungkol sa cheque mo, hindi na tungkol sa pangarap mo. Pero ito ay tungkol na sa ibang tao. So again, that can only happen pag aalisin mo yung mga downline mo sa comfort zone. Maaalis mo lang sila sa comfort zone pagka nilagay mo sila sa challenge zone. And doon lalabas ang potential nila pag nandun sila sa challenge zone. Alright? And the last part about this, of course, is that grow leaders for stability. Ito, paulit-ulit ko nababanggit kanina to. Kaya ka nag-grow ng leader is for the stability of your team. Kasi walang team na magiging stable pag walang mga poste. Kasi ang tawag ko sa leaders, poste ng grupo mo yan eh. Para kang may mataas na building, yan yung organization mo. Mataas nga yung building mo, pero kukunti lang yung matitibay na poste. Well, you have to understand na habang tumataas yung building, habang lumalawak, habang lumalaki yung building, habang nagdadagdag ng floors, or habang nagdadagdag horizontally, dagdag ka rin ng dagdag ng poste. Hindi pwedeng nadadagdagan horizontally, lumalaki palapad, pero walang mga poste. Konting earthquake lang, ko-collapse ang grupo mo. Konting challenge lang, collapse. Konting competitor lang, collapse. Konting challenge lang sa industriya, collapse. Maganda, marami kang leader para any challenge that happens. May attrition, may competitor, low moral ang grupo, mababa benta and everything. Pag marami kang leader, ang daling kumilos, ang daling mag-revive, ang daling mag-pick up. So, ang pinaka-mababaw na network is yung mabibilang mo yung generals. Kailangan habang lumalaki yung income mo, habang lumalaki yung network mo, parami din ang parami yung generals mo. And that is what's happening if you are developing leaders under your team. That's why you have to help your team grow. Kaya nga sabi ko SLS, skills, leadership, and system. You'll never be able to have a stable group if you lack the system of developing leaders down the line. Kasi gusto natin one day maging system-driven yung grupo ninyo. Gusto natin system-based ang grupo ninyo. Alright? So yung mga takeaway ninyo, just type it dito sa comment section natin. Alright? Everyone is like, saying they are watching. Again, I appreciate your engagement, but more importantly, i-type nyo po yung mga natututunan ninyo, yung takeaway moment, yung takeaway mo, yung aha moment mo, yung saan ka tinamaan at saan mo gusto i-apply itong mga natutunan mo sa grupo mo. Sabi ni Be Pasanya, from comfort zone to challenge zone, yun daw ang importante sa kanya, sabi niya. Si Glenda from La Union. Hi, from La Union. Naimbag nga Rabi Canyayo, Ilocano. Alright? We have some people here like Challenge Zone. They're saying, okay, tama po. Yung iba naman sabi, tama po. Ayan, sabi ni AJ, tama po sir. Hey AJ, you're growing to be a very good-looking person, AJ. Alright? Ayan, so punta tayo sa just type your takeaway or aha moment. Ito, importante to sa leadership. Share the credit. Yung pag ang grupo, lumalaki, pag ang grupo nare-recognize, wag mong akuin na ikaw lang ang gumawa niyan. For every great leader, believe me, there is a great team behind a leader. Kaya mga kaibigan, pagka nakakakuha kayo ng recognition, pagka nare-recognize kayo, napupuri kayo, idadagdag nyo lagi yung team nyo. Sasabihin nyo na, well, kaya successful yung grupo ko because I have a strong team behind me. The truth is, you never accomplished a goal, but you didn't do it alone. I mean, you accomplished a goal, may nakuha kang goal, pero the truth is, you didn't do it alone. Kaya totoo yung sinasabing no man is an island, no? Hindi totoo yung sinasabing one-man success. Walang ganun. Walang one-man success. Alright? Kahit na sabihin mong ano pang nangyari, limbawa, bakit walang one-man success? Kahit gano'n ka pa ka-successful one day, may tumulong sa'yo para maging successful. Unang-una yung mga magulang mo. Paano ka mabubuo kung hindi sa nanay at tatay mo? So, walang tinatawag na one-man team, one-man success. Walang ganun. For all of us, the universe contributed something for us. So, we can never claim our success on our own. Hindi mo pwedeng akuin na mag-isa lang ang tagumpay, but rather, share the glory. Share the credit. Share the spotlight to other people. Hindi lang ikaw, no? Lagi mong iisipin your team worked right alongside with you. Kaya malaki ang grupo. Like in AIM Global or in Empowered Consumerism, we always recognize the fact that hindi successful ang AIM Global or Empowered Consumerism had it not for the leaders as well. Okay, hindi pwedeng akuin mag-isa ng management, ng BOD, ng Alliance in Motion, or nung araw pa, di ba? Ang tawag sa atin is Alliance in Motion. Hindi natin pwedeng akuin yung napupuno yung Philippine arena just because of the management, the marketing plan. Hindi dahil sa maganda lang yung product natin, okay? All these things are convergence of factors. Okay, hindi mapupuno yung Philippine arena kung hindi dahil sa distributors. Pero wala din naman pupuntahan yung distributors doon kung hindi nagkaroon ng magandang marketing plan ang Empowered Consumerism. So, the company and the distributors have a tinatawag interdependent relationship. One cannot exist without the other. So management and distributors, one cannot exist without the other. The company will never exist without the distributors. And at the same time, the distributors cannot exist without the marketing plan, without the products, without the infrastructures, without the BCOs, the branches, and everything. So may coexistence yan. Sa team, ganun din. Team leader, grand upline, downline, and team. May interdependent relationship dapat yan. One cannot exist without the other. The upline, the leader cannot exist. The team success cannot exist without the downlines. And of course, the downlines, distributors, down below, will never exist without the upline. So may tinatawag na interdependent relationship. You have to work alongside with each other. And of course, hayaan mo na yung leadership qualities mo, malaman kung sino yung mga tumulong sa'yo. Let your leadership know who helped you. Give credit. Pag may yung downline mo, isa sa mga sharers sa mga event natin, congratulate your downlines. Alright? Congratulate everybody. Ang tunay na leader, hindi insecure. Share the spotlight. People who shine from within, yung may ilaw na, people who shine from within do not need the spotlight. Yung mga taong secured, yung mga leader na walang ego, yung mga leader na hindi kailangan magpasikat, yung mga leader na stable, yung mga leader na magandang emosyon, hindi nila kailangan ng papuri. Pag sila pinupuri, lagi nilang binabalik sa ibang tao. Okay, lagi nilang binabalik yan sa, hindi, yung downline ko kasi, upline ako, nag-lead ako, pero mga team ko kasi yung downlines ko, mga leader, hataw din kasi sila, hindi mga natutulog, kaya, etc. So, again, at the end of the day, you have to recognize that whatever kind of success or level of success you will be achieving one day, always share the credit, always share the glory, and never take it your own. Make your team look good. Ang pagandahin mo, ang papogiin mo, pagandahin mo, ang bigyan mo ng pogi points, ganda points, wag ikaw kundi yung team mo. Kasi pag yung team mo nag-shine, automatic ka naman eh. And alam mo, gandang kultura nung pag ang team mo, hindi maigo sa recognition. They always, share the credit, share the glory to everyone. So make your team look good kasi yung team mo pwedeng maging asset yan na one day, pag narinig ng mga tao sa labas na hindi kasama sa industriya natin, narinig nila yung team mo, halimbawa team ABC, narinig nila maganda ang image and everything, prospect na ang lalapit sa team na to. Hindi mo na kailangan na pag nagbubuo ka ng team, nagbubuo ka ng system, pag nagbubuo ka ng magandang image, kayo ang nasa labas at naghahanap ng prospect. Pero one day pag na-create mo itong team mo na maganda, mabango, alright, transparent, honest, itong team na to ang mag-a-attract na ng mga right prospect. If you create a good team, this team will attract the right prospect. Tandaan nyo yan. Pero alam nyo, pag yung team ninyo hindi nyo napaganda, hindi nyo, napaganda yung image, hindi nyo napabango, hindi nyo na-lift up, mag-e-effort lagi kayo ang kumukuha sa labas. Na kahit naman nag-join na, hindi sila masasatisfy because they feel they belong to the wrong group. So always make your team look good. Yun ang pinaka-importante. Alright? Sabi ni Bernard, Bernard from Butuan, share the credit and share the glory. Yan daw yung kanyang takeaway. Sabi ni Nena Danggalan, teamwork is the key. Watching from Qatar. Alright. Okay? Make your team good, sabi ni Edminda. Alright? So, yun yung mga takeaway natin. Sabi nung iba, yes, tama po sir. Thank you so much. Alright. And the last one about this slide, of course, it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, to give them the spotlight and let them shine. Ayan, nabanggit ko naman na yan kanina na, you know, people who shine from within, the true leaders who shine from within, bato sa kanila yung spotlight sa mga leaders ninyo. Okay, sa mga downlines ninyo. Kasi, syempre, pag yung mga downline ninyo humahataw and pag malaki ang income mo, that just means na pag malaki ang income mo, you have working leaders down the line. You have downlines who are doing, you know, yung hataw, doing yung latag, ginagawa nila yung lahat because of course, yung income mo reflection yan ng production ng grupo mo eh. So ibig sabihin kaya malaking income mo one day because productive yung grupo mo. So kung meron kang bibigyan ng puri, hindi lang yung ikaw, hindi lang yung legwork mo, kundi pati effort ng mga downlines mo. Ang takeaway dito is that huwag kayong magkukulang sa pagbibigay ng papuri sa mga downlines. Sometimes, you know, just a tap on the shoulder, part of sharing the credit, of course, huwag kayong magiging madamot sa grupo ninyo. Kung meron kayong kailangang i-share sa mga downlines niyo, i-share niyo, huwag kayong magiging madamot. Okay, yung simpleng pakain, simpleng recognition sa grupo, simpleng promo, do that to your group kasi tatandaan niyo ang organization niyo is your asset. Huwag kayong magdadamot sa grupo niyo, please. Don't be selfish to your group. Pag nagdamot kayo, para kayong boksingero, hindi kayo mapagbigay, hindi kayo ma-reward, hindi kayo ma-support, you know, para nyong hindi nire-recognize yung effort ng grupo ninyo. Kaya minsan may mga group na, you know, galante sila sa downlines nila, galante sila sa group nila, may mga banding sila, care of the sponsor. Kasi ito yung way nung upline to share the credit to their team. Marami ako nakikita nung araw na pag may profit sharing si upline, ang gagawin after profit sharing natin, kukuha ng malaking restaurant, magpapakain sa grupo niya, kulang na lang lahat ng profit sharing niya, doon niya ibuhos. Ang tawag doon, oo, pakain yun, pero it means sharing the credit, sharing the glory. It means na pinangangahalagahan mo yung effort ng downlines mo. So please, one day when you make money, huge amount of money, which you will do, you will earn a lot of money here. But please, don't forget the people who helped you to go to that level. Share the glory, share the credit. You know, wag niyong pagdadamutan yung mga downlines ninyo one day. Madaling sabihin yan ngayon. Pag ikaw nangangarap ka pa, sasabihin mo, ang ganda nung sinabi ni Sir Jurgen. Sige, pag kumita ako one day, hindi ko pagdadamutan ng downline ko. Baka naman pag nandun ka na, pag nasa 500,000 ka na, hindi ka man lang makabuhos ng 50 mil pakain, etc. Baka sabihin mo, sayang naman itong 50,000, pinaghirapan ko to eh. Minsan, pag nangangarap tayo, hindi tayo madamot. Pero pag hawak na natin, nagiging madamot tayo. So, for me, don't forget this part where when you make money, ang hope ko, and I pray that, you know, you will have a generous heart one day. You will have a generous heart na tandaan mo yung kinikita mo is your reward because of the people na nasa ilalim mo. Alright? Sabi ni Mina, yes, it is better to give than to receive. Teamwork. Sabi ni Jensky, I am proud of my team, Immortals Kingdom. Sabi ni Lani Sanchez, thanks for sharing, Coach Sunny Boy. Sunny Boy, Aldas, welcome. Alright? Sabi ni Cora, wow, sharing the blessing. Tama po yan. Not only sharing the credit, but sharing the blessing as well. Your team, okay, admire and appreciate. Sabi ni Jocelina, gusto ko to, sabi niya, admire and appreciate your team and leaders kasi para mas lalo silang humataw. Totoo po yan. Ariel Garces, the best upline, my idol upline, Mylene Abdan. If you're here, Mylene, hi. My prayers are with your family, May. I hope you are all doing good. And of course, no, sabi ni May Tamayo, thank you, Sir Jurgen, etc. So let's go to the next slide. So we're nearing the end of our sharing, of our, you know, training for tonight. Kung merong tinatawag na share the credit, kung merong tinatawag na sharing the glory, of course, as leaders, marunong din kayong mag-shoulder ng blame, no? Minsan kasi pag may palpak, minsan magaling din tayong magturo kung sino may kasalanan sa grupo, but more importantly, marunong ka rin mag-blame ng sarili mo. Alam nyo, share ko sa inyo to, very important. Ano pa to? Fresh to, fresh. Kagabi, meron akong training sa Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan, Sudan at saka Burundi. Meron kasi tayong tinatawag na R2S program, yung Roadmap to Success sa Africa, sa international. Kasi po, ang tawag natin sa EC or Empowered Consumerism sa labas ay EDPLAN 2.0, Economy Driver Plan 2.0. So may mga training po kami to support our distributors outside, and kasama ko dito yung isang vice president pa, si Sir Arnel, and the other international training team. So kagabi, coaching session namin no, sa Uganda, Kenya, and the rest of East Africa. May isang nag-share doon, sabi niya sa akin yung natutunan niya doon sa duplication na workshop ko. Sabi niya, you know, when I sat down with my downline, may downline kasi siya na 1 year and 8 months na passionate, nandun yung belief, excited, pero apparently, 1 year and 8 months na, hataw naman, pero walang production or hindi tumataas yung income. So ang ginawa niya, inupuan niya daw yung downline niya to find out why. And sa interview niya, sa conversation niya sa downline niyang to, he found out na kaya pala mababaw ang grupo nitong downline niya kasi nalaman niya itong downline niya excited, passionate, may belief, etc. Pero walang system kung paano magkaroon ng team. Masipag lang, hataw, etc. Excited, passionate, baliw sa negosyo, pero walang system paano mag-create ng team. So sabi niya, nalaman ko dun sa leader ko, wala siyang system kung ba't hindi siya nakakagawa ng team. Pero alam mo sir, sabi niya sa akin, nung nalaman ko yun, na-realize ko, kaya wala siyang sistemang gumawa ng team. Na-realize ko kasi ako mismo bilang upline, walang sistema kung paano magkaroon ng team. Yan ang tinatawag kong leadership. They shoulder the blame. Kaya yung downline hindi humahataw, hindi sa humahataw, sorry for the term. Kaya yung downline kulang ang resulta kahit humahataw kasi wala palang sistema. Kaya pala walang sistema si downline. Ni-recognize niya yung sarili niya, bliname niya yung sarili niya, na kasi pala sir, wala akong sistema. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, that if you and your team fail to meet a goal or project, or hindi, alam niyo yun, hindi nag-go as planned yung isang goal or isang action plan, the blame stops with you. Nasa iyo ang responsibility. Alright? Parang ano lang yan eh, di ba? Pagka sa basketball, sa football, or any team sports, pag nananalo yung team, yung glory nasa players. Ang galing ni Kobe, grabe. Ang galing ni Michael Jordan, blah blah blah. Galing ng player pag nananalo. Pero pag natatalo, sinong sinisisi? Tanga nung coach eh. Si Phil Jackson kasi, inilabas si Jordan eh. Si Phil Jackson kasi hindi nag-time out eh. Napansin nyo, pagka yung team nananalo, ang glory nasa players, pero pag yung team natatalo nasa coach. And it's the same way with our business. You know, pag yung mga downline nyo lack something, may hindi nagawa, may weakness, mag-reflect ka lagi. Lagi mong ibalik sa sarili mo. Ano ba yung hindi ko nagawa? Ano ba yung kakulangan ko? Bakit ganito yung downline ko? Bakit kaya wala siyang sistema? Katulad ng example ko from Uganda, one of our leaders there no nag-share. Wala daw system yung downline niya kasi wala siyang system. So when you become a mature leader, hindi ka nahihiyang i-shoulder yung blame, yung pagkukulang, yung weakness. Because from there, you will grow because you will, remember in my training previously, lagi kong sinasabi, recognition is the first step towards transformation. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pag na-recognize mo yung pagkukulang, yun ang simula ng pagbabago. Recognition is the first step of change. Pag hindi mo nare-recognize, hindi mo ina-acknowledge na may mali, hindi mangyayari ang pagbabago. Nangyayari lang ang pagbabago pag nire-recognize mo, kinikilala mo, ina-admit mo, ina-acknowledge mo na may pagkukulang ka. Pero the moment na hindi mo ina-acknowledge yan na may pagkukulang ka, you repeat the same mistake all over again. Any experience, sabi ng philosophers, lahat ng klase ng experience, uulit sa buhay mo yan pag wala kang natutunan. Any experience. Kaya kung lagi kang broken-hearted, paulit-ulit yan kasi wala kang natututunan dun sa dati mong relationship. O magba-Valentine's pa naman, pasensya na kayo sa example ko. An experience will always go back to you if you never learn something. Paulit-ulit ang failure sa'yo pagka wala kang natututunan. Paulit-ulit ang failed relationship sa'yo pag wala kang natututunan. Babalik yan, babalik na naman. Nasaktan ka, wala kang natutunan, babalik ka na naman. Paulit-ulit yung hindi pagkakaroon ng magandang health or pagiging fit pag wala kang natututunan. Paulit-ulit ka sa position mo pag wala kang natututunan. Paulit-ulit ka sa income mo pag wala kang natututunan. An experience will always go back if you don't learn. So I hope you have a good takeaway for that. All right? Sabi ni Belinda, yes po, reflect. Sabi ni Gina, tama. Dami niya exclamation point. Sabi ni Jensky, tanggapin na hindi perfect at na may mga dapat i-improve. Dito mag-start na maging better version. Exactly. Kristen says, when you accept responsibility and mistakes, that's the only time you can take action and move on. That's very, very good, Kristen. Hi, Kristen. And the rest of you guys. And the Texan family, hi. Get the blame, share the glory. That's very a good example. If you need to give feedback to people, pag kami nagkamali sa grupo, do it privately. Pag kami sablay sa downline, huwag kayo masyadong maging emotional kasi minsan napapahiya yung tao pagka ginagawa natin yung reprimand sa harap ng ibang tao or nasa team, sa group. So do it privately. Pagka may sablay sa team, may sablay sa grupo, ilagay nyo sa na kayo lang. Okay? Probably talk it out somewhere na kayo lang na hindi naririnig ng iba. Yung baho, yung weakness ng isang linya mo, huwag mong i-share sa kabila mong linya. Alright? Do it privately. Pagka may bad trip na leader ka, huwag mo i-chismis sa iba mong leader because ina-undermine mo lang ina-undermine mo yung capacity ng leader mo na yon. Ay mga ganun kasi tayo eh. Tayo mismo yung gumagawa ng intriga within the group na pag may palpak kang downline, may weak kang downline, kung kani-kanino po ka ikinakalat, tapos magtataka ka pag yung downline mo galit din sa'yo. Magtataka ka pag yung downline mo gustong humiwalay sa'yo. Sablay na nga, wag mo nang dagdagan. Hindi nako-correct ang downline na sablay kung sablay din ang trato mo sa kanya. Remember that. The only way, ladies and gentlemen, sabi nga nila, paano nawawala yung darkness? Only light can take away darkness. Pag yung darkness, nilabanan mo ng darkness, walang mangyayaring pagbabago. The only way you can take away darkness is what? How? By introducing light. So pag yung downline mo sablay, wag mo sabayan ng sablay. Wag mo ipagkalat. Talk it privately. Minsan kasi, yung ego natin ang comes in the way. Gusto nating gumante. Gusto nating siraan yung downline natin. Gusto nating i-put down. And then one day, pag magsasarili, pagka gumagawa ng sariling sistema, nagagalit ka. So, it all starts with our leadership. So, if you need to give feedback to people about their poor performance, do it privately. Huwag kayong mamamahiyan ng tao. So, that's very, very important. Okay? Ayan, sabi ni Claudine, yes, and we need to accept our mistakes. Sabi ni Roger, yes, thank you, sir. Tama po, ayusin ng tahimik. Ayan, gusto ko yan. Sabi ni Christopher, hi, Christopher, naimbag na rabi. Sabi ni Easy Panthers Christopher, tapusin ng maayos at tahimik. Tama po yan. Everything can be resolved through proper conversation and maturity. Alright? Sabi ni Jenna Intan, pinaka-importante po talaga kasi pinapaya mo pa sa marami. Alright? So huwag niya pahiyain sa marami. Okay? Experience is the best teacher, sabi nung iba. Alright? Okay, tama po sir. Do it exclusively and secret pagkapapagalitan, sabi naman ng iba. Alright, be right, do right, have right. Yes sir, sabi ni Jensky. And tama daw, sabi ni Perla. Sa grupo, pagdating sa responsibility, pagdating sa, sa load, wag niyong sasabihin na, hindi ko hindi ko linya or hindi ko job yan, hindi ko responsibility yan. Kasi pagka sinasabi mong hindi ko responsibilidad yan, nagpo-project ka ng laziness. Chip in to help with what needs to be done even if it's not your responsibility. Ang tunay na leader, you have the initiative na kahit hindi mo responsibility, you are there to help, you are there to lend a helping hand. Kaya nga ang networker, isa sa mga pinaka-challenging na profession ito. Kasi pag naging personal na yung relationship mo sa leader mo, guess what? Minsan pati family problem nila sinishare sa'yo. Ngayon, pag yung downline mo, nagsishare ng family problem sa'yo, challenge siya sa bahay, alam mo, apply, negative ba nanay ko, nakakainis. Pag pumupunta ako dito sa AIM Global, sa training natin, sa Empowered Consumerism, pinapagalitan ako. Kaya pre, nababad trip ako sa nanay ko, blah, blah, blah. Pwede mo bang sabihin sa downline mo na, hindi ko na covered yan, personal nyo na yan eh. Pwede mo bang sabihin yun? The moment that you become personal with your downlines, guess what? Tandaan nyo to. You become an advisor. You become a marriage counselor. You become a banker. Pati uutangan ka. You become a pawn shop. You become everything. The moment na pinasok mo yung personal relationship with your downlines and they become comfortable with you, guess what? They share the whole world with you. And the question is, are you ready for that? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, hindi ko responsibility yan eh. Yung downline mo, may financial problem, sasabihin mo na lang basta-basta ba na, problema mo yan, hindi ko problema yan eh. You should be there at least to have a lending ear, sabi nga, makinig, offer solution, offer motivation and everything. Do not ever tell your downline whatever problems they have na it's not my job. Hindi ko problema yan, problema mo yan, downline. So do what needs to be done, period. Even if nobody's watching. Kahit na walang nakatingin sa'yo, kahit walang nagbabantay sa'yo, yung tama dapat lagi ang ginagawa natin. Pagdating sa grupo, wag lang kayong mag-overpromise bago mag-pay in. Kasi marami tayong ganyang attitude. Bago maging part ng grupo kung ano-ano magiging promise. Pero pag part na ng grupo, hindi na natin na-deliver yung mga ipinangako natin na support, na training, na tutok, na effort, and etc. Sabi nga, do not overpromise and underdeliver. What you do, yung kabaliktaran. Mag-underpromise ka, pero mag-promise ka, pero lagpasan mo yung mga promises na binitawan mo. Ang tawag doon, underpromise and overdeliver. Karamihan ng tao kasi, sa sales, pag nangliligaw, alam niyo na, pag nangliligaw ng pay-in, pag nangliligaw na mag-join, overpromising masyado tayo. Pero pag nandyan na, hindi natin nagagawa yung expectation, under-deliver naman ang tawag doon. So, guys, the moment na pinasok nyo itong negosyo, the moment na naging upline ka and leader ka, and the moment that your downlines and your team members started trusting you, they will open their life to you. And once they open their lives to you, expect this. They will ask for solution. They will ask for your problem. They will ask answers for their problems. They will ask solutions for their problems na hindi na covered ng negosyo yung problema nila. Minsan, problema na sa marriage, minsan problema sa relationship, sa jowa, minsan problema sa bahay, i-open sa'yo, minsan down na down, i-open sa'yo, minsan problema sa career, minsan problema sa trabaho, i-open sa'yo. Pero hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, hindi ko trabaho yan. Ang trabaho ko, upline lang. So, never ever say that it's not my job. Always be there for your downlines. Alright? Watching from Paranaque. Ayan, under-promise, over-deliver. Sabi ni Melanie, hi Melanie. Palakasin ng loob para maging tama at i-guide lagi po para maging success as a leader. Alright? Some of us are saying, tama po, thanks. Kausapin dapat kung may ginawa ng mali about our earlier slide. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this will be my last slide for tonight after about 1.5 hours. Be a person of character. Kalimutan nyo na lahat yung nabanggit ko from 1 to 6 actions, but the most important thing is you're a person of character. When I say a person of character, sabi sa leadership, if you have to choose between strategy and character, always choose character. Mas importante po yung character kaysa sa strategy. Mas importante yung character kaysa sa skills. Kasi pwede ka magkaroon ng right skills pag tama yung character mo. So, the important thing is to always be a person of character. Pangangalagaan nyo lagi yung character ninyo. Kasi, yan ang, yung sabi nga nila, ang tawag dito, yung perception sa'yo ng tao, pabago-bago yan eh. Kasi perception ang tawag doon. Hindi yun yung reality. Ang magsiset ng reality, ang tunay na reality mo, mga kaibigan, ang tunay na totoo sa'yo, yung karakter mo. So pangalagaan nyo pong mabuti yung character nyo. That's why I'm saying that leadership is less about skills and more about living by your values. Because, kung papipiliin nyo ako, nag-i-interview ako as one of my jobs in our company sa management. Nag-i-interview ako ng mga na mga papasok na applicants, let's say for international or for trainer, ganyan. So, ang lagi kong tinitignan, alam nyo, hindi yung communicate. Of course, importante yung mga skills. But more importantly, natututunan kasi ang skills eh. Pero ang tinitignan ko sa tao kung ano yung character at saka values niya. Dahil malayo ang mararating ng mga taong may tamang karakter at may tamang values sa buhay. Kasi ang nagiging compass po natin sa buhay, yung nagbibigay ng direksyon. Kasi ang compass, di ba, north, west, south, east, tawag dyan yan nagbibigay ng direksyon eh. Ang nagbibigay ng direksyon sa atin sa buhay, yung mga values po natin, yung mga moral values, ang tawag doon moral compass, character. And this is important in life because there is so much distraction nowadays. Ang daling matempt, ang daling madistract, ang daling madefocus, ang daling maaligaga, ang daling mawala sa wisyo. Pero ang magbabalik sa'yo sa direksyon out of all these distractions around you is your character. If you know your real values, hindi ka mawawala eh. So, mga kaibigan, kikita kayo ng money dito. It's not how much money you make one day. It's who you become when you get there. Hindi yung dami ng pera, laki ng grupo ang maaalala sa iyo eh pagdating ng panahon. Ang maaalala sa iyo pagdating ng panahon, ilang tao ba natulungan mo? Anong klaseng networker ka ba? Anong klaseng leader ka ba? Ikaw ba yung taong nakapagpabago ng buhay, nakapag-develop ka ba ng character ng grupo mo and everything. So that's more than just making money. Ayaw mong maging leader na ang branding mo. Ito kasi marami sa inyo onliner. So you have to create a brand. Gawin mo yung brand mo. Anong branding ang gusto mong ma-create? Dishonest, sneaky, unethical, cheater, or cutting corners? Create a brand, ladies and gentlemen, na maganda. Kasi pag maganda ang branding mo, uulitin ko, tao na ang lalapit sa'yo. Pag maganda ang branding mo, leader mo, ipaglalaban ka, dadapa sa'yo yung leader mo pag maganda ang karakter mo eh. Kasi maganda pakikitungo mo eh. You're a person of values eh. Ang downline mo, ipaglalaban ka eh. But if you're a type of leader na ang branding mo, dishonest ka, sakim ka sa pera, madamot ka, magaling ka lang pagka may kailangan ka sa downline, magaling ka lang kapag productive ang grupo mo, pero pagka hindi na productive yung leader mo, nasa ibang linya ka naman, ikaw yung leader na ipinagkakalat yung baho ng isang linyang leader mo sa kabila, ikaw yung nagkikreate ng animosity, if you're this kind of person, ladies and gentlemen, people would want to leave you. And it's easy for people to sign up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also easy for them to just leave pagka hindi maganda ang ang magpapastay sa tao is yung character mo, yung how you treat them, how you build relationship with these people. Alam mo, sinurvey yan sa buong mundo. Hindi nag-i-stay ang downline leader dahil kumikita lang. Nag-i-stay ang leader more than just the money. Kasi masaya sila sa grupo, masaya sila sa leader, masaya sila sa leadership mo, solve sila sa character mo, kaya nag-i-stay ang tao. Wag niyong isipin na pag kumita yung downline nyo, forever nang nasa grupo mo yan. Hindi. Kahit kumikita ng malaki yan, pag yan hindi masaya sa leadership mo, hindi solve sa leadership mo yan, bad trip sa'yo, hindi maganda yung working relationship ninyo, hindi maganda yung atmosphere, kahit kumikita si downline, mawawala yan. So, ang pangalagaan mo, yung character mo. Kasi yun ang magpapastay sa mga downline mo. And sabi ko nga, pag ganun ang iyong character that they cannot trust you, your team certainly doesn't want to follow any leader they cannot trust. And diyan nagsisimula sa trust, sa integrity, sa honesty. And ako, ang pinakasimpleng formula sa downline, pagka naramdaman ng downline mo na ipaglalaban mo sila, pag naramdaman ng downline mo na dadapa ka para sa kanila, na papatay ka para sa kanila, na sagad ka para sa kanila, ladies and gentlemen, susuklian ng downline mo yung character mo na ganyan. Ulitin ko, pag ramdam ng grupo na may paglalaban mo sila, pagpapataya mo sila, na mahal mo sila, na para silang pamilya, na dadapa ka sa kanila, hahataw ka para sa kanila, susuklian nila yung character mo ngayon. Pero pagka ang character mo, madamot ka, alright? Hindi ka true leader, hindi ka transparent, hindi ka honest, hindi ka maaasahan, mababaw ka, emotional ka, susuklian din nila yan at madali silang mawawala sa'yo and they will never trust you. It takes a lot of time to earn respect, pero segundo lang, mawawala ang respeto. So, gumawa kayo ng mga bagay na, gaganda ang branding mo sa grupo mo. And one of the things that you can do is that, of course, people must respect you because of your effort. Effort can never be mandated. Effort can never be asked. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, i-respect mo ako, upline mo ako. No. Ang respect na earn by effort. Alam niyo, nung nagde-network ako, hindi ko sinasabi sa mga downlines ko na tawagin akong upline. Pero eventually, may mga kamag-anak tayong nag-join sa atin. Ang tawag sa atin sa una, first name natin. Kunwari, may cousin ako nung araw, nag-join sa akin. Sabi niya sa akin, Jurgen. Alam mo, nung matagal na kami nag-networking, after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, nagbabago, hindi na Jurgen tawag sa akin, eventually upline na. Bakit ganun kaya? Pag may bagong join sa'yo na kaibigan mo o kilala ka, ang tawag sa'yo, first name mo. Pero pag nakikita niya nang magkasama kayo lagi, nag-e-effort ka sa kanya, ikaw ang naglalatag sa prospect niya, ikaw ang nagko-closing, tinitrain mo siya, and everything. Eventually, upline na tinatawag. Why? Nagkakaroon na sila ng ibang level na respect sa'yo kasi nakita na nila ang effort mo. People begin to respect you because of your effort. Yun nga lang, it takes a lot of time to earn that effort, that respect, pero isang segundo, isang pagkakamali, isang sablay mo lang, pwedeng mawala. I once heard someone say, your jobs give you authority, but your actions earn you respect. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, pwede kayong tawaging upline, pwede kayong tawaging SE, GE, MC, GA, or whatever. Authority lang yon. But at the end of the day, dapat it's all about your action. It's all about your effort for your team. Because, pwede kang tawaging upline pero pwedeng hindi ka leader. Ang meron lang yung position mo lang. Kaya nga ang title ng training natin ngayon, title doesn't make you a leader. Because the truth is, title just give you the authority, but it doesn't make you a leader. In the same way, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, kahit wala ka pang position or title sa marketing plan natin, pero grabe ang effort, grabe ang action mo, guess what? People will respect you. So yung job description, yung job position, yung marketing plan position are just authority, representation. But the truth is, it is effort. Ang leadership is all about effort. Okay? Sabi ng iba, respect is feeling that you cannot ask. That's very, very important. I like that. Rosemary. Sabi ni Digna, I'm so proud of my upline, Shane Flores. Wow. Yes, respect is earned through effort. Sabi naman ng iba, Belen, nirirespeto po para sa upline. Okay. Sabi ni Che, people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. Why? I like that. That's very, very nice. Sabi ni Maricel, good character and values are more important than skills. Watching from Camarines Sur. You can have a title on your door and never lead anybody. Well, I've explained that already in terms of our marketing plan. Well, people can, call you upline. You can be a global ambassador, MC, GEGA, but it doesn't mean you can lead anybody. It's all about your character. It's all about your effort. It's all about your branding. Yung brand mo, paano mo nakikreate yung brand mo? Sa effort mo sa galaw mo sa attitude mo, sa mindset mo, sa nakikita sa'yo ng tao, sa nararamdaman sa'yo ng tao, because people read you, not only by your action, not only by your words, but people read you by how much they feel. Nararamdaman ka ng tao kasi may vibration tayo So make sure that you are conscious about these things. Because ang magpapalaki ng income nyo one day is your level of leadership. That's why leadership is a very, very important topic in our business. That's why it's an ongoing learning process. Because leadership is, will take you, will take you to greater heights. Leadership will make you break barriers. Yan yung theme natin for this year. Leadership will make you break records. All right? And at the end of the day, kung paano mo tratuhin, all right, ang ibang tao, ladies and gentlemen, how you treat others, tell the real story, kung ano ka talaga, makikita yan sa galaw mo, okay? Kung paano mo itrato yung ibang tao, sabi nga nila, mababasa mo daw ang totoong tao kung paano niya i-treat ang janitor at ang CEO ng pareho. Ibig sabihin, if a person can treat a janitor and CEO the same way, that person is a very good person. Kasi kung kaya mong tratuhin yung mga pinakamaliliit na tao sa position, na parang, you respect them as well, irrespective of their position, whether are janitors or sales ladies or naglilinis ng toilet and everything. If you can treat a janitor like a CEO, then you have a really good character. So put these ideas into action. That's very, very important. At the end of the day, yung training, walang use if we never put it into practice. That's why very important that whatever you're learning, put this into practice. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, itatype po ninyo dito sa ating comment section kung ano yung mga takeaway moments or takeaway or aha moments ninyo. Because if you're able to have those takeaway or aha moments, then you will be able to also apply this to your team. So, sabi nung iba, di ba? Sabi ni Jancy, sabi nga, kung mag-isa ka lang sa ginagawa mo, yung wala na nakasunod sa'yo, hindi ka naglilit. Naglalakad ka lang mag-isa. Alright? Tama. Alright? Sabi ni Aida, leadership is not dictatorship. Sabi ni Edwin, I salute and respect my upline mentor, Richard Lasco. Proud of my upline, Oliver. Leadership, etc. Janice, thank you, of Burns, Elizabeth, and others. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is my piece for tonight. I hope that this is valuable to each and every one of you. I've missed training to our Easy Talks, and I missed seeing a lot of leaders here tonight with our, from our comment section here. And hopefully in the next coming months, I will be also available again to give you some more information. So at the end of the day, my last topic or my last say for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, it's all about your character. It's all about your leadership. And imagine how many people you can impact. Imagine yung mabuti kung ilang tao ang mababago mo ang buhay, ang takbo ng buhay nila. Kasi pag may binago kang buhay na isang tao, kasama pamilya nun eh. Yung downline mo, isa lang yan na nag-join sa'yo, pero bit-bit niyan buong pamilya niya. Kaya siya sumama sa AIM dahil sa pamilya niya eh. So if we can impact a lot of people's lives at the end of the day, directly proportional doon kung gaano kalaki ang magiging reward natin. So ladies and gentlemen, I bid you good luck for this year. I bid you all the success for this year, especially good health. And of course, let's all pray that we will all go back to normal in God's time. Remain healthy and protected because marami pa tayong tagumpay na matatamasa sa empowered consumerism. I thank each and every one of you, especially those leaders who took time to really attend tonight. Maraming salamat sa support and hopefully magkaroon pa tayo ng maraming trainings in the future. God bless everyone. God bless empowered consumerism. Happy networking and God bless every distributor and leaders here. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, thank you dun sa ating host for tonight. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.